Good afternoon. Welcome to reading number 2 on the light that you are seen in. This will be the second reading that we'll be tapping into that energy. We'll be using a couple of different decks, my Sacred Feminine deck and also my White Sage Tarot for clarification. And so thank you for stopping by. Thank you for allowing me to speak into your life. If this is your first time, welcome. If you are returning, welcome back. I hope you enjoy this reading. If you do enjoy this content, please like, share, comment. Let me know that it resonated, how it resonated. Even I'd like to hear some ideas on content that you would like to see. And if you feel led, I am open to any type of contributions you'd like to make to the channel. My link is down below. You can click on either one of those ways that you can actually donate. All forms of love is appreciated. And so let's get started. Let's see. All right, so you will notice that there is a V shape here. The V is actually the symbol for femininity. Doesn't mean that this has to be a woman or a feminine energy. This is just the structure of the layout for the light that you are seen in today. So the very first card is going to represent the character that you are seen in. The next two represent the place where you stand right now at this moment, how you're seen in that energy that you stand in. And then the last two will talk about the paths that you are seen moving towards, this path that lay before you, where you're seeing as moving into. And so let's go ahead and jump in. Thank you so much again for dropping by. If it resonates, go ahead and take it. If it does not, don't feel pressured to make it fit, okay? So thank you again for stopping by. Let's dive in. All right, and so for our first card, we actually have the Moon card. The Moon card. This card is in the light of the character that you are seen in. In this picture, there's a woman who represents the moon here. There's actually 3 phases, but it's also the earth within its seasons, which are representative of the seasons of life. And so this card is actually how people are seeing you in your character. And moon energy. Moon energy can actually be representative of feminine energy. It can be very mystical, mysterious, very intuitive energy as well. This is the characteristics around your energy, or the energy around the characteristics that you are seen in. So let's get some clarity. Okay, so let's go ahead and clarify. Why is the moon here? So I feel like overall there is when it comes to the character, it could be very, something very interesting about who you are, how you are being seen. The light that's being shown around your character could be one that's very mystical. There could be something very interesting about how you carry yourself, or kind of how you represent yourself to others. You are being seen in a very mystical light. So why is this moon here? Let's get a little more information on why it's seen as mystical. I have to let you know too that the moon usually does carry certain aspects of feminine energy. The moon has been correlated in connection with deep intuitive energies as well. The moon could actually also talk about hidden things that are kind of unexplainable. One more card. So we have the Two of Wands, the Fool, and the Queen of Swords. Why is the moon here? One last card. And so with the Two of Wands, we have the Two of Wands that clarified the moon. With the Two of Wands, I feel like the energy of the character, the light that you are being seen in as it pertains to the character that you possess, is definitely one that's progressive, one that's pushing forward, one that's open. I can't help but bring this out as well. I feel like these two are actually bouncing off of each other. This is really one and the same energy. The energy of the Fool and the Two of Wands. It's an energy of being able to progressively move forward. You probably carry this energy that others can see about you, that you're always pushing forward or expanding in some type of way. This is the energy of readiness around expansion and exploration and soaring to new heights. It's the energy of not being afraid to step out on faith. It's almost like a very curious, explorative energy. And I can't help but think of like a child, you know, in a place where they've never been, and they're just kind of, you know, sampling and dabbling little things. They're just exploring, not really making any judgments. They're just open to learn, open to explore and experience. It's that kind of energy. It's also the energy, like I said, of constant progress. You know, I feel like the character that you carry is one where you're always looking or engaging or exploring and being open and inviting in fresh experiences, fresh starts. And there's a level of childlike faith within your heart. I can't help but notice the green ribbon, which is the color of the heart chakra. Your heart is actually open and receiving and trusting in that way as you move forward into unexperienced spaces. You're looking to receive more learning, more experience, more information as you upgrade and level up in that way. And I almost feel like, too, the way you're being viewed is like a very unattached, almost not careless, but carefree is the word I'm looking for. You have a very carefree method, or the way that you move along or move forward. It's very carefree, not really attached to anything. And I feel like within your character, the light that's being shown is that you are very easily entreated. Like, it doesn't take a lot. It doesn't take a lot, you know, whereas other people might have like specific things that they need, or a certain amount of something that they need to feel whole or to feel relevant or to feel like, you know, there's some type of value that they're experiencing. I'm getting that it does not take a lot. Like, you're very simple. Simplicity is probably one of the principles of life that you value and that you live by. And I also get the energy of courage. Like, things don't scare you easily. Like, you can very well see a storm is coming and you'll still go on about your day as if the storm wasn't coming. There's a level of boldness and courage that you possess as well. Yeah. And you advocate this as well. I do see that as well. People see that you not only live this, but you advocate it. Like, you have a desire to see people free in this way. And so it's something that you share. You take great pride and pleasure in sharing and advocating. And then we have the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords. And so this is a very serious energy on the flip side of that. And this may, in fact, bring in a little bit of balance to that carefree, childlike energy. On the other side of that, there's also light being shown or shined on the aspect of your character as it involves the strong feminine energy, right? With the Queen of Swords, the moon carries a lot of that feminine energy. The Queen of Swords brings in the strength behind that. Like, yeah, there's this open, very child angelic like energy, but then on the other side, within that same potential, within that same resonance, you'll see this very strong feminine energy as well. This card is very beautiful. It's like a beautiful lioness looking in your eyes, sure of herself or himself. We're just talking about energy, right? This is someone that people definitely look up to. and could in fact be a little bit intimidated by, because there's an intensity that's carried here that could be a little intimidating with the people that come face to face with you, or that actually are confronted with the presence that you carry. People may not be sure whether or not they're able to handle your level of intensity, right? And there's a level here of being very bold and very blunt. It's almost like you're not afraid to call things out. And you may have a very little patience. You have a low tolerance for things or people that are not authentic as well. This is the light being shown on your character. I think that's a beautiful balance. That's a beautiful balance. And then to even top that off, we have the Empress here. Again, strong feminine energy, but this brings another bent to that. This bent is towards like the heartfelt, the emotional balance of all of this within your character. It's subtle yet strong, the power of the divine feminine that the Empress brings into this mix here. This is a balance and a connection both between earth, the groundedness, and water, that emotional element. It's the energy of, you could be someone who finds it easy to feel at home wherever you go, or it's easy for you to create a sense of beauty wherever you go. It's almost like you carry the energy of home wherever you go, and it's easy for you to find a space and create beauty there while you're there, or around wherever it is that you are. You carry this sense of beauty and softness. Yeah, very expressive. You could be someone who even, is very expressive in your actual environment, and you may find ways to do that through levels of expression, decorating your space wherever you find yourself for any amount of time, right? You bring beauty wherever it is that you step. Yeah. And so this is a beautiful energy. This is the light that you are being seen in. Very strong, feminine, yet open, explorative, a little bit of innocent, childlike, but it's balanced with a strong feminine energy as well. This is the light that you are being seen in. And then to move forward to the next part of this reading, that's going to shed light on where you are standing right now. Where are you at the present moment? And it could also shed light on your disposition as well. And so let's find out the present moment where you are right now. And we have the Temperance here. Ooh, and we have Judgment. This one came out in the last reading. So you could very much be watching this from the last reading. This could be a continuation if you actually tuned in to the last reading. There's bits and pieces that may actually pertain to you if you are tuning in from the last reading. I'm getting that energy here. So to start off with the Temperance. The Temperance is actually, let's see, a Let me show you this. So the temperance is a pre-Islamic myth. And this shows like the water of paradise. And it was called Al-Kauthar, which gives life and fertility. As you see, one hand is in the water, one foot is in the water. And this is the water that gives life and regulates the flow of existence. Life and fertility. And then on the other side, for your present place or your present existence or disposition right now, we have death, which is a Germanic goddess that you're seeing here in this picture, who reigns over death. And death swallows up all men without making distinctions. And she's known to be the equalizer, remounding them to face a new life. So there's like an energy of transformation happening here. And as I stated in my previous reading, I really do still in this reading get the energy that this has something to do with, I have an emphasis on her mouth. So there's some type of transformation happening. This may actually have something to do with speaking of some kind, words of some kind, however that's expressed. It could be through writing, it could be through physical speaking, it could be through singing. There's something to do with transmission of words that may in fact be causing transformation. It's almost like this line coming to receive whatever this is that is being spoken or that is being given. But I feel like overall it has to do with transformation. So let's get some clarifications here. And I hope you're enjoying this reading. If you are, please like, share. Don't forget to subscribe. If you feel led to support my channel, go ahead and click the link down below. There's a couple of different ways where you can donate. I appreciate all forms of love, and no matter how you choose to express your appreciation for what it is that you are able to receive today, I'm thankful and appreciative. So I want to start with the temperance energy here. Life and fertility is what I'm hearing here. Let's clarify the temperance. What's this temperance here today? Please, Spirit. All right, so we have the Hangman, the Five of Swords, the World, and the Seven of Pentacles. Let's bring this over a little bit so we can see. Clarifying the temperance. Okay, so in clarifying the Temperance card, we have the Hanged Man. Or as we see in this picture, there's a caterpillar that has been cocooned. And so I feel like for this specific moment in time, you could be seen in the light of being in kind of like a stationary, reflective position or at some type of crossroads. For me, I'm thinking of this caterpillar when it actually goes into chrysalis or cocoon position. It's a moment to stop and what we know as kind of like a transformation. But with this energy, I feel like it's really a reflective time that you are being seen in. Or it could even be a time where you have consumed information. You've consumed like processes that you have just experienced, and you're taking a moment to really digest or to incorporate that into your being. Yeah, it's like a transformation period, a waiting time, a time of kind of being still. So you may be being seen in that light of actually viewed from a distance because you're not really active, or you're just like kind of in this position of a crossroads right now, or stillness for lack of better words, right? Which is very beneficial. Kind of like the caterpillar stops to reflect. Usually this is a time after the caterpillar has gone and eaten and gotten full, and then it kind of crawls up in a leaf to actually do the transforming that needs to be done, right? Kind of the same thing, you know. There could be some type of reflection happening here as well. With the Five of Swords, definitely an interesting energy here. And with the Five of Swords, for me, this Five of Swords always represents some type of conflict or some type of almost a hostility in many ways. So right now, this could be like the energy of having mixed feelings about life, or even about people that are in your energy, that are in your life. And I hear Spirit saying that this could very well be the energy that you are being viewed in. And if it is indeed the energy that you're experiencing, it's always good to be open and express like what it is that is causing the conflict or the tension or even the hostility. And so don't hold back. You're being asked to voice what it is that you are feeling, or what it is that needs to be said, but also to pick your battles wisely. And so you're being viewed in this particular time. You could be being viewed as being conflicted in some type of way, or expressing what it is that is conflicting you. But you're being guided to make sure you're choosing your battles wisely. This yellow ribbon that's being cut here is significant, and it shows the ribbon being shredded. The ribbon actually is yellow, which is also significant of the solar plexus chakra. And the solar plexus chakra houses our confidence and the way that we really see ourselves, right? Or our ability to feel proficient and able, right? And so you could be being seen in this light of really setting that precedence for yourself and really shredding anything that tries to come against that for you. It's being shredded as we speak. Anything that would stand against that you represent, that represents your abilities. This is the light that people are seeing you in. It could be being considered as a little bit defensive. I'm sensing that as well. But it's, again, choosing your battles wisely. It's also setting your precedents and setting certain boundaries around yourself in that way, right? It's almost like shutting down any type of advice that has not been warranted. Like you didn't ask for advice. And the advice that would be given that hasn't been asked for, it's almost like shutting it down is what I'm feeling here. And so there's a strong sense of kind of protecting where you are right now or what you're developing into. And with the hype or with the temperance being very much in a position of providing something or giving something. That card talks about giving life and regulating the flow of existence. There's like a lot to be, there's a lot at stake because in many ways I feel like you stand in a place not only for yourself but on behalf of others as well. On behalf of others as well. So there's a lot to stake. There's a lot at stake here. And there's the need to really be aware and cognizant of what's going on around you. And with the World card here, we have the energy of completion. Also the energy of celebration. I can't help but think of the acorn in relation to squirrels. I've been having lots of experiences with squirrels lately, and the acorn is one of the main points of sustenance for the squirrels. They would even gather them up and hide them for seasons of scarcity. And so I don't know why that's coming up for me. But this acorn is symbolic of the world, which talks about completion, celebration. Just as a great oak tree would start off from this small little acorn, there's a need to really do away with limited thinking so that our vision can be expanded into something greater, into something unlimited. And understand that that great oak tree is within this little small acorn. Like everything is interconnected. And it's hard to relate back to this little small little nut when you see the greatness of the oak tree, but it in fact is interrelated and connected in that way. It's related in that way. So whatever it is that the light that you are being seen in, this could very well be the start that you stand in right now. But the potential of it is like that great oak tree. And I feel like this is the light that you are being seen in right now, like the start of something massive, the start of something great. something that holds the potential to not only expand into something amazing and tremendous, but also the purpose of it, the ability of it. When we look at the acorn, again, going back to the squirrel, it provides sustenance, not only now, but also all the way in the future. It holds the ability to maintain and to provide throughout seasons, right? The hard core of the acorn keeps the actual nut good for a longer period of time and protect it from the different seasons. And so this nut within itself has the potential to actually remain profitable for an extended amount of time, right? And so whatever it is that you are doing or standing in right now or providing or working towards has the ability to be benefited for those around you for on so many different levels. I'm hearing so many different levels. And that's the light that whatever it is that you're doing, where you're standing, what you're working on, like that's the light that it's being seen in right now. And our last card, clarifying the temperance, was the Seven of Pentacles. And so all of this that you would be putting in and working towards and providing and availing for others, right, gets the opportunity to come back around. It's almost like the energy of what you sow, you reap, right? So it's like filling up others, like, filling up others and finally having that refreshing come back around to you. Everything that you are sowing, you could in fact be reaping right now, and people could be seeing you reap that. You could be standing in that light of receiving your just reward, your harvest. Yeah. And it's very well earned. Like you've worked really hard for it to get to where you are right now. And I feel like for whoever this is, there's a high level of gratitude as well in the here and the now. There's an amazing level of gratitude that you're feeling for being in this space right now. It's beautiful. And so for the temperance, for the temperance angel, that's the energy that I feel around you, the light that you are being seen in, that's being shed around you right now. And then for the death card, or I'm sorry, the judge, or I hope I said that right the first time I mentioned this card. That's actually the death card. I hope I haven't said judgment. I hope I did name this card correctly the first time. If I did not, that is in fact the death card. And it actually points to the energy of some type of transformation. And like in the first reading, the reading number 1, if you watch that, this could actually be a continuation of that reading, because this card came out in that reading. So you could be someone who actually was watching that reading as well. And I feel like this is something definitely that has something to do with speaking, the voice in some type of way. But let's clarify it. We have the Justice card. I'm going to take it all. The Justice we have here. We have the 10 of Cups, the 10 of Pentacles, and the 5 of Pentacles. So the weighing of the heart, the weighing of the heart, the fairness, right? So in whatever it is that you are standing in or doing right now, I do feel like it's bringing in a level of justice, a level of balance and fairness. Again, the Egyptians did view the heart as the seat of intellect and emotion. After a person died, there was a weighing of the heart. That heart of that individual was actually weighed against a feather, which represented, the feather represented goodness and truth. And so there is a level of, I feel like with whatever it is you're doing, it's almost like a level of judgment. I can't help but feel that here. And judgment isn't always a bad thing. Like, judgment comes to awaken us, to set us on the right path if we are on the wrong path. It comes to right things, to balance things. It comes to rectify what may be out of order, out of balance. And so that's the energy that I'm getting with whatever it is that you could be standing here. And now I'm getting the energy of prophet. So you could actually be a prophet that speaks things into, like, you speak on behalf of our creative source. You speak on the behalf of the divine. You speak on the behalf of God. The voice of God is what I'm hearing. And I'm also hearing you could also be someone that has to really weigh your words and be careful of what it is that you are uttering out, because of the power of the words that you hold. Like, it actually delivers, which a lot of us don't understand anyway. Our words hold power, right? And so speaking actually holds the power of life and death. And it said it's within the tongue. It holds blessings, it holds curses, right? By speaking, we don't even realize that we're casting spells. When we simply speak, we're casting spells. And so I feel like for who I'm talking to, there's a very keen awareness of this. There's a very keen awareness of this. And there could be light being shed on that, or you could be being seen in that light right now. Whatever it is that you are positioned to do right now, or whatever it is that you are doing right now, could definitely be in that light. With the Justice card here, definitely, I feel that. With the 10 of Cups, this energy actually brings in, and I'm sorry, I have to go back. They're telling me to go back. And as I uncovered this heart, to talk a little bit more about the heart, weighing of the heart, right? And so there could be something that happens as you do what you've been called to do, that actually causes there to be an attention given to the heart. So you could do or speak or whatever it is that you do. People could see that you cause a weighing of the heart. You cause a You cause a heart check, right? You know how you go to the doctor and you get a checkup to see if everything's good. Like, you cause some type of introspection to happen where people would go and actually check and see, like, if they're okay as it pertains to the condition of their hearts. You cause people to analyze the condition of their hearts in some type of way or another. And I'm also hearing that you don't often get that part of how you affect people, because they don't share that with you. But you cause people to analyze their heart. And with the Ten of Cups, I'm also hearing more. I'm sorry, I'm trying to move on, but they won't let me. And it's an amazing thing, because so many times we're able to see into others, or we think that we can see into others, but rarely do we really see enough to see ourselves, or the true condition that many times needs attention, that many times needs to be addressed or released or cleansed, or, washed as it pertains to our heart. And there's some level of whatever it is that you do that brings in a judgment of the heart. And it's not a bad thing. I hope I'm not coming out over to be this to be something bad, but it's a good. I feel like there's some type of transformation that happens after this is washed over people that you affect in whatever it is that you're doing. There's like a reckoning that happens, or reform or transformation. There's something that's happening here as it pertains to the heart. Like, there's a way of tapping in to the heart. Yeah. All right, let's see if we can move forward now. And we have the Ten of Cups, which actually brings in really good energy. This is celebration. And this is almost like festivities, celebrating life, party time, allowing the heart spring to overflow. And this came after the weighing. It's almost like a freeing or a cleansing that happens that allows this overflow of joy and celebration and liberation that comes. This is definitely an incredibly positive card that brings like a culmination of both creativity and endeavor. Yeah. And as you see the cups here, they're stacked, they're stable. The foundation looks firm, And it comes to the understanding of just enjoying every moment. I had an experience over this week where I had to deal with something that happened that caused me to really, really look differently at how privileged and how lucky, how covered, how, and I'm going to use the word blessed, I am. Sometimes it's through the shortcomings or through certain short circuits of our abilities that we are brought into the full awareness of all that we have at our at the whim of everything that we're doing right now. And it's so easy to take that. It's so easy to take it and not appreciate it, take it for granted. But over this past week, I have been renewed in my appreciation to be right here in this moment, in this time. People could see you in that light, that you're able to live in the moment and appreciate the moment and really allow yourself to see the good in everything right now. Yes, infinity is here too, balance of infinity, but it's also pointing to the right now, to allowing your heart to be appreciative for the right now, everything that you have at your disposal. And so they could see you in the light of being very optimistic, being very happy and fond of life and fond of the present moment and enjoying yourself. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles. Like, it gets better and better. That's why I said I hope I didn't paint this as a negative thing, because I feel like this is a progression. Coming from whatever it is that you're doing, you're bringing this energy, or you're allowing people to experience this through the light that's being exposed on you. It's almost like the effect of yeast, right? It just infects everything that it comes in contact with. And this 10 of Pentacles is the energy of family and celebration. Again, there's a stack of pentacles here, firmly stacked. It's firm, it's stable. And it shows the appreciation for even the most simplest things of life, all the way up to the less simple, the most exquisite, rare thing, right? It shows the appreciation being poured out here, or being shined. The light is shining on that aspect, that there is an appreciation for everything, especially as these two come out back to back for this particular moment. In this particular moment, you could be seen as someone who celebrates people. You celebrate simple pleasures, being able to just sit out under a tree, You celebrate family, you celebrate life. And that could be a part of what is being resurrected in the heart through this transaction here. It's shaking the foundations back to what it could be, what it should be. It's resurrecting the life that was once had, right? And that is very much still possible. And then lastly, we have the 5 of Pentacles. The 5 of Pentacles could absolutely talk about health issues or material loss. It could also talk about having a change of mind around how you think about these things. And so you could be seen in that light as well. I don't know if this is someone who went through some type of sickness and was resurrected from that sickness with a whole new insight, with a whole new perspective, with a whole new vision, with a whole new resolve. Or maybe there was some great loss that you suffered that was material, right? That caused this shaking or awakening. Maybe there's a sense of overwhelm that you have felt that was visible at some point, that definitely brought in a level of worry about, some type of instability, mentally, physically, financially. But understanding and seeing how this passes and leads to something more sure when it comes to foundations, right? This is the light being shed. And it brings back to my understanding the ability to be content in the best of times and in the worst of times, right? Understanding that it all leads back to how we see things. It all leads back to our mindset. And when we really understand that suffering is really just, it's an illusion, right? It depends on how you think of it. What one person could consider suffering could be a paradise to somebody else. You take one person who needs the spotlight on them at all times to feel like they are loved, right? And the fact that everybody has turned their backs away from them, now they feel like they have nothing left to live for. And on that same page, you take someone who doesn't gather their value from attention. They love their time alone. They would actually rather be alone. And when the spotlight is on them, it's very uncomfortable, right? And the fact that everyone has, left them to themselves is actually a paradise. It's actually what exactly they would love to have happen, right? And so it's looking at the same situation. It's all about the mindset and how you see it. It's an illusion. Suffering is an illusion. And I guess we can say pleasure is an illusion as well. It depends on how we think of it. So it all leads back to the mind and how we see these things and our ability to really appreciate simplicity. Not only that, to be content in any given situation is a huge plus. And this could be something that is seen about you, where you are, where you've come from, the things that you've been through. There's a deep level of admiration here on every aspect of the specter scale, from the lowest all the way to the highest, right? You could have been, had a light shown on every aspect of the journey as it pertains to you and whatever it is that you are now doing or standing in. And then lastly, as we move forward to end out our reading, we're looking at the paths to take, or the paths that are seen to be set before you, where you are now. Okay. And we have the 10 of Pentacles. We just talked about that. So even moving forward in that energy. And on the other side, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. So with the 10 of Pentacles, this card here, the 10 of Pentacles. In this picture, I don't know if you can see very well, but here there's a woman standing here. This is the goddess Aryan Rod, who awaits the spirits of the dead king in her castle in Corona Borealis. And this is like the reward for a just life, right? The equilibrium of the world. And we could see the spirits all around, right? But in our more applicable reality, again, the Ten of Pentacles is talking about a stability given, a just reward given. Not only that, being able to be content in the situation where you are in any given moment, being appreciative for everything in between on that spectrum, even down to this very moment, being appreciative and being thankful. As everything is being fared out around you. And so you may actually have a level of justice coming towards you. When I say the equilibrium of the wheel, that talks about karma, right? And so I feel like for who I'm talking about, this could be an expectation as you move forward. Let's see. Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Why is the Ten of Pentacles here? Ten of Pentacles. Definitely stability for your family. Goodness. The Ten of Pentacles brings in every good thing imaginable. And clarifying that Ten of Pentacles, we have the Page of Swords. We have the Magician. We have the Temperance. And we have the Four of Swords. And so, first of all, with the Page of Swords, when we clarify this Ten of Pentacles, let's bring it down here so we can see. So with the Page of Swords, this is alert and clear. This kind of reminds me of the Queen of Swords. It's not as piercing. If you look at the eyes are just a little bit softer, right? It's definitely alert. The vision is clear. It's more of a youthful glow, right? But definitely still, you know, carries that energy of not to be played with. Definitely a force to be reckoned with. And that sword on her back does talk about that level of protection and the ability to cut through the dishonesty, the BS. Though there may not be that posture that the Queen of Swords carries and exemplifies. And so this may be a time to really be prepared, you know, to face whatever comes. Just be positioned and ready for whatever comes. Not necessarily like you're going after it or seeking out, you know, but it's just being prepared. Not necessarily having to be on the defense, but being prepared. So you could be being seen in that light right now as you move forward, just carrying yourself very well and being seen as being, you know, prepared to carry out anything that is presented, right, that needs to be dealt with. And then we also have the Magician as well. We have the Magician here. And with the Magician card, this is a very interesting card. This is the energy of manifestation. There's a level of mysticism here, elusiveness, miraculousness, or just the energy of magic. As you see the energy kind of floating effortlessly in the air above the evil eye, right? That's the evil eye. Even though it doesn't look like the ones that we see today, that's what that is. And I feel like this card is just a pointer to the energy of knowing how, and it's a reminder to really take the higher road in order to not only access your unlimited power, but also to remember this energy of the wheel that's coming towards you, which deals a lot around, karmic energy that's always in operation. This Magician card definitely does tap into the emotional energy and also the physical body as well. And it talks about the ability, again, it's manifesting energy, the ability to really be creative and powerful, even in your own life, to make a difference in the world as well. It talks about power, manifesting power. And I feel like the feather is just talking about this energy of lightness and ease that you're moving towards, that you'll be operating in when it comes to, manifesting and creating, making a difference, making changes, making positive outcomes for yourself and for the world at large. And then one of my favorite cards, the Temperance here, definitely talks about symmetry. It talks about balance and healing. First of all, finding a blue butterfly is very rare. And it's probably going to be something considered magical. So we have that energy here, and as butterflies always are seen moving away, it's an experience that's fleeting. And so I feel like moving forward, there's the energy around you. This could be the energy that people are feeling about you, like this experience, or even the access, like it's fleeting, right? They always feel like it's a fleeting experience. And also the energy of the Temperance, as we see these cups here, the energy of transmuting or alchemizing, right? It's balancing with things and people, with just the world in general as things come and go. And it's finding your flow physically, energetically, and emotionally as well, and keeping that ease as things are flowing from one thing to another. It's balance. Moving forward, this is like a magical act, right? People could see you in this way. It's like, how do you always tend to stay so balanced? Even moving forward, this could be things that people will notice about you and admire about you and inquire of you to share with them about that, how you stay so balanced with the changes that are always imminent. And here with the Four of Swords, it's more of that energy of relaxation and contemplation as well. More than anything, I feel like this is supposed to be a journey of ease for us. It's not supposed to be something that we strive and grapple at, but it's supposed to be enjoyable. It's supposed to be easy, and it's supposed to be flowy. Very much this energy I'm getting with the Temperance. It's supposed to be like a magical balancing act, right? But swords are definitely the element of air and thoughts. It's the four is a foundational word. And so I feel like you'll be seen in that light moving forward in the future. Somebody that's just chill, that's just really balanced and set and very comfortable in whatever it is. Whatever it is that you'll be moving forward towards is going to be natural to who you are in your ebb and flow. It's going to be really natural. And it's going to be a restful coming forward of these energies, of these things that you'll partake in. And again, it's all around that 10 of Swords energy, which is very beautiful energy. 10 of Swords is, 10 of Pentacles. I didn't mean to say swords. We're talking about pentacles. We're clarifying the pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is very celebratory energy, remember. So as you move forward, it's going to be, this is good energy that you're moving forward towards. The path set before you is one that is stable, that is filled with celebration and good things, abundance, right? Even for the most simplest things, there's a level of fulfillment coming towards from this. And then on the other aspect of the path you are moving forward in, we have the Queen of Pentacles. The Queen of Pentacles. I did read the Queen, right? Yeah, I may not have, so let me read it. So with the Queen of Pentacles, this is from the Kalevala, the goddess not generated, creates a heavenly vault with eggs, as you can see them right above her head there. The sun, the moon, and the stars. She's known as the queen that creates life, who fertilizes it, or the queen of abundance. Also known as she's very good with manifestation, the Queen of Pentacles. That always brings that to mind for me. Manifestation. Very mothering too, very comforting energy that she carries, strong and faithful, very loving, very practical too. And this very well could be like the energy that people gravitate to when they need support of some kind. And so the path you're moving forward on could very much be walking in this energy here. Let's get some clarity. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here, Spirit? Can we have some clarity on that, please? Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles on the path forward for my viewer. The Queen of Pentacles. Why is the Queen of Pentacles here, Spirit? 10 of Pentacles again. I mean, it's just given life. And that just abundantly. I mean, there's no other way to put it. For whoever this is resonating with, I feel like you have definitely earned your position. So I'm going to go ahead and take all of these. And so I have again the Ten of Pentacles again, this very celebratory energy. You could actually be moving towards a place where people definitely take pleasure in celebrating you. This energy that you'll be walking in as the Queen of Pentacles, this energy that you will be endeared to is what I'm hearing. Will definitely be definitely celebrated in that, whatever it is that you are doing, or whatever it is that you are carrying, this energy, you'll be celebrated for that. Lots of Nine of Pentacles energy. And Nine of Pentacles also carries the energy of being able to celebrate yourself. You know, it's almost like the energy of, if you get the appreciation and the accolades and all of that mushy gushy stuff, cool. If not, that's cool too, because you've learned, I feel like through the process, you've learned through these hard places that you've experienced to cultivate an appreciation and a celebration of self. And so this very well could be that energy as well. You celebrating yourself on such a high level that anything outside of that is even extra. And then with the Emperor, definitely balanced emotionally, more of that strong feminine energy. I'm sorry. I was looking at the Empress. This is the Emperor. The number 4 talks about stability and foundations. The Emperor, just like the Empress, is definitely strong energy as well. It's more of like an authority figure who is also has a deep sense of loyalty added to his strength. The Emperor is like the energy of that jolly old father figure who always has the strong work ethic and always ends up reaping the rewards, to be able to just sit back. That's definitely the Nine of Pentacles energy. It's reaping the rewards, and Nine of Cups as well. Reaping the rewards of your work and being able to sit back and really enjoy what you have reaped for yourself. This is a powerful authority figure here who actually takes great pride in providing. But it's also the energy of not really being overly saturated with symbols and with name brands, you know? Not being overly saturated or attaching that to success or status, and not letting that get in the way of happiness. This is definitely the energy of someone that could have it, but is it necessary? No. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this here because it's just practical. It's more of that practical energy. This could be seen as something that's being gravitated towards you in the future. This could be an energy coming towards you in the future on your path. This could be the energy that you're carrying in the future on your path. And then we have the Hierophant here. Hierophant definitely brings in the energy of change with that 5. Someone who actually holds the keys to the kingdom, right? Bringing in that energy of change. This is that teacher that comes out naturally without you even trying. This is also representative of the power of letting go. This talks about a tradition or the moving away. This is all about the energy of consistently learning. And that learning could have a lot to do with being able to judge rightly or judge critically, or not needing to really search outside of yourself for any answers, knowing that it all lies within you. That all you have to do is just kind of sit quietly and allow the answers to surface. The deer certainly knows how to be a deer. That's not something that it has to think about. It already is. It just has to be. So this is that energy. Although, you know, from some, that perspective, this posture may be considered vulnerable, yet the deer sits confidently and relaxed, right? It's having that understanding and ability of what you're capable of, being ready for whatever comes your way. And then we have the Hermit as well. And the Hermit brings like a spirituality, most definitely. The energy of spirituality. Even though he looks a little young and immature and playful, there's like a deep level of spirituality with the Hermit. Looks can be deceiving, can't they? And so you moving forward may be misconstrued in the way that you look, right? You could definitely look younger than you actually are. You could act younger than you actually are. Nevertheless, on the inside, there is the level of spiritual power and wisdom and guidance. You could actually be seen as a loner, someone that doesn't really run in groups. You could feel really comfortable alone and most powerful alone. I do see a little smile on his face. He's like really happy, a little glimmer in his eye. Just really carefree. Just really understanding that everything is coming in time, in its time, right? And there's the energy too, you know, just because there is the appearance of being alone doesn't mean that you're lonely. Like you could be someone that's seen as being the best company to yourself. I'm sensing someone that may be being seen, maybe seen out in public and really just enjoying what it is that you're doing. Yeah. Not having to have anyone there to accompany you. Just enjoying your own company. Somebody who doesn't need a caravan to feel, you know, safe. Like you are safe in the company of your spirit team. Also, the fact that this is a sloth, right? That has to say a lot about time and pace. Definitely seen as someone moving at their own pace, at their own speed, not feeling pressured, to make achievements, or actually be on someone else's timeline. Very comfortable in your space. Y'all, we done been on here for an hour and 30 minutes. The last card we have moving forward on your path is 8 of Wands. I feel like this could have something to do with travel. Your future could definitely include some type of travel or a major change where you'll be moving away. Everything that you have dealt with up to this point that presented some type of challenge is actually being wiped clean. I feel like you will no longer have those same challenges. They're in the past. So get ready for this swift change. And lastly, I feel like this orange ribbon kind of glides between the wood mesh with ease. Again, lending to the energy of moving forward with ease, gracefully. That's beautiful. I love this for you. And to end this off, we're going to pull out one oracle card from our Lightworkers Oracle deck. Let's get one card from our Lightworkers Oracle. All right. So we have Master Hilarion, Archangel Raphael. And with the Master Hilarion and Archangel Raphael. And so I feel like part of your divine purpose for whoever this is resonating with is really to develop your mental powers, develop the power of your mind and use it for healing purposes. I feel like if you actually, for some that may be looking at this that are just tapping into their purpose or their energy, your ability to change your mind can actually position you and empower you to really change the world. And so your help around improvement of your own life and the lives of those around you is actually through your guidance being given and the healing inspiration that could be being poured out to you daily. And this involves opening and healing your mind to new realities and possibilities, which are indeed gifts of the Ascendant Master, the Ascendant Masters that are around you. One may be Master Hilarion, the other one could be the Archangel Raphael. And so really the mind of a light worker really needs to be spiritual light. It needs to be information and understanding and wisdom. In the same way that our bodies need food, water, and clean air, we need those things if you are indeed a light worker. So for someone here, I feel like there's a hunger for wisdom, and it's almost like an impulse that causes you to seek more knowledge. And it's healthy. It's a healthy impulse. But I feel like if you do love knowledge so much that you keep seeking and keep absorbing, and that's without taking time to really process and digest and integrate and apply what you've learned, sometimes you can end up more confused and mentally exhausted. And so there's the energy or the advice of being a little bit more careful about how you're consuming all of this information. And if you're someone that struggles with focus, you find yourself being like forgetful or stressed or mentally fatigued, usually when you're bright, that's an indication that you do need a timeout or a time to pull away. But overall, I feel like this particular oracle card is talking about you using your mind through divine purpose. I'm getting that really strong here. Right? And so, yeah, so this is what I have for my group number 2. You may actually be someone that's already involved very much with healing through the mind. That could be through like psychotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy, some type of study like that. Hypnosis, even some type of energy where you're just working with people mentally. It could be a spiritual work as well. This is for you, definitely. But that was my reading. I'm also hearing affirmations and mental reprogramming or guided relaxations like meditations. This is for you too. I'm hearing your mind is developed and powerful, and you'll be somebody that works well with those types of techniques and be of great service for people. And so, yeah, if you liked the video, that's all I have. Go ahead and like, share, comment. Let me know how it resonated for you. If you feel led, you could go ahead and donate. A couple of links are down below in the description box. Other than that, you all have a wonderful day. Thank you for stopping by, allowing me to speak into your life. I don't take it lightly. Until next time, it has been Sunfire 369 here for you. All right, take care.